Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is DESTIA WAHYUNI, my student number 174111025. Well, in this video, I will explain about the language policy and language planning in sociolinguistic and language education. The field of language planning and language policy is concerned with policies explicit and implicit that influence what language are spoken when, how, and by whom, as well as the values and rights associated with this language. Language planning and language policy, or LPP, come to solve many problems and conflict in several stages, such as the multilingual geographical spread that may cause miscommunication between people in the same nation, and which language is selected and standardized as the official language of the state. Maybe I will explain one by one what the language policy and language planning. Language policy is what the government does, either officially through legislation, court decision, or policy to determine how language are used, cultivate language skill, need to meet a national priority, or stabilize the right of individuals or group to use and maintain language. Many countries have language policy designed to favor or discourage the use of particular language or set of language. Although the nation historically have used language policies most often to promote one official language at the expense of other. Now, many countries have their policies designed to protect and promote regional and ethnic language whose viability is prudent. Well, I will give the example of language policy. In Indonesia, in our country, Indonesia has successfully implemented language policy by choosing Malay as its national language, which enabled to unite ethnic from a variety of background. However, Indonesia is not considered successful enough in preserving indigenous language and promoting English as a crucial international language. It is different with the Malaysia and Philippines. Both countries have more focus to develop English in domestic level for global purpose. And how about language planning? Language planning is the attempt to influence how a language is used. This is usually done to make it possible to use language for more subject. Goals, objectives, and strategies are made to change the way a language is used. For many languages, there are special organizations that look after language. And language planning refers to deliberate effort to influence the behavior of others with respect to the acquisition, structure, or the functional location of their code. And the example for language planning itself is in Singapore, an independent republic of over 2 million people. It is also a small island situated at the tip of the Malaysian peninsula with another large Malay-speaking nation. Its population is approximately 76% other, example Eurasian, Europeans, and Arabs. 5 major languages in Singapore is Malay, English, Mandarin, Tamil, and Hokkien. The 4 official language, Malay is also the national language of Singapore. It's because the Singapore position in Malay world. It's not because more people in Singapore speak or understand Malay better than any other language. And the last thing is, in learning process, teacher can be the language planner. Teachers can choose to participate in formal process of learning language planning in their private roles of citizens or activities, but in their professional lives, they are inescapably engaged in language planning activity. This involvement is deeper than simply acting as implementers of language change wide by other. Even straightforward implementation bodies or Ministry of Education involve teachers in language planning activity. However, the relationship between teaching and language planning runs deeper. The perceptness of communication in human social relation, example commerce and public life, means that teachers are impressed with language planning obligation and involvement and make to their professional practice. Maybe that's all for me about the language policy and language planning. Thank you. Thanks for your attention and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.